Hello everybody, my name is MrStevetic and I'm doing a YouTube video for Minecraft because I love this game. Um, I'm not gonna bother with all the noob stuff. I kind of get, you've probably all seen that a million times and you don't want to go through that. So I'm just gonna get right into the meat and potatoes of it, and this is gonna be fun. This is my first gameplay vid, and something for me to do. And if you guys like it, I'd love to see more of it. I'd love for you to see more of it if you like it. I'm gonna see plenty of it, but give it a like and see how you go. Share it with your friends. It for me. It's nice to see Australians getting out there and doing gameplay vids. I don't see it as often as I would like. But then again, maybe I don't really look. I don't know. If you're out there, if you're Australian, if you're making vids, let me know. I have a Twitter account. I'm getting pretty tech savvy in my old age, let me tell you. So, I don't know. I guess I have the feeling I should be using this as a time to say something deep and prolific, like beans are the way to heaven. But they're not really. They're a good, quick way to get to the bathroom, but you all know that. So, instead I'm just gonna really rant about whatever comes into my head. If you all are interested in what skin I'm using, I am using a Carmine skin from Gears of War. I've had this skin for a while. I'm a big fan of it, personally. So, let's get back to punching some trees, 'cause that's where it's at. Getting wood. I don't want to get too far into the day. We're starting to get into midday Minecraft time, so I think that will be enough to get us started. We'll start getting some things made. Making wood so I can build more stuff. There we go. That should get us started. Haha, take that grass. Get an axe. We'll get a pick. Coffee's done. That noise you're probably hearing in the background, that's my percolator. Oh, what am I doing? Minecrafters are probably going, no, what are you doing that for? Using a pick on a tree, my god, when they're in the type of noob are you? And really at the end of the day, I don't pay attention sometimes, and then I pick up on it and life is good. Probably gonna need a shovel or something. Might be an idea. Chopping trees, killing the environment. So maybe you all want to know about me. You've probably seen my previous vids, but if you're watching this, if you haven't seen my previous vids and are wondering who the hell is that guy with the dog's asshole with a face ranting at me on YouTube, I tend to rant a lot about certain things. I mean, at the moment, you'd probably, if you were to talk to me, you'd get me ranting about modern warfare. I mean, not modern warfare. What the hell am I talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But then again, it's midnight and I have to go to work soon, and I don't want to. But that's okay, 'cause you deal with it, folks. You get up, you do the things you need to do, and hope that one day you either win the lottery or end up like so many people with sweet gaming jobs with machine. That'll probably never happen to me because I don't have a capture card and can't show me kicking butt at games or on the other side of things, getting my butt kicked. But you never know. One day I could win the video game Olympics. That'd be cool. And that's kind of something that's changed. I mean, when I started gaming, oh god, 20 years ago, you know, that was the kids' dreams, you know, to find a way to do this as a job. And, you know, it was never going to happen because, you know, you didn't have the internet. And that kind of thing really only existed in movies like The Wiz, you know, and that was just it. You didn't... It was something we all dreamed about, and now it's finally something that can happen, you know. You have guys who play StarCraft professionally. You have people who spend their days farming gold on WoW. I think that sounds a bit loud. Let me just fix that up. Shush, Minecraft. Be quiet. There we go. Back to game. You know, all these things are there now that just weren't, and I think that kicks a lot of ass, personally, you know, because, I mean, I don't know about any of you watching, but when I started out, you know, you were a gamer, and you didn't really get much recognition for it. It may be something cool that you showed to your friends, but mainly it was something you did on your own, and that was what you did while gaming, was just you pretty much chilled on your own and made your own decisions, and, you know, you picked up games and you read reviews, and that's where you got all your news, and then bam, pow, this golden age of technology occurs, and it goes from being a very solitary lifestyle, and then all of a sudden you've got 4-player games, and now you've got online play, and it's just taking off in a really big way. And I gotta say, that's a good thing. I mean, I sit here and wonder sometimes whether or not this boom, at the rate that it's boomed, has been good for the gaming society as a whole. I mean, look, let's have a look at the Mass Effect 3 ending debacle. It's, now, I'm probably going to lose viewers right here, but I didn't so much mind the Mass Effect ending, but I've... Damn music. Shush. There we go. Stop trying to talk over me, Minecraft. Where was I? Oh yeah. I actually enjoyed the Mass Effect ending. I figured, you know, it probably could have ended with the whole best seats in the house thing, and I would have been okay with that, but BioWare's decided to end it the way they've ended it. And personally, you know, for me, I'm a journeyman. I love the journey. The destination can be fine, and the destination can be okay, but really it's about the experiences that I've had while getting to the destination. And you know, I gotta admit, I love the journey. I mean, it wasn't perfect. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there was things that could be done better with that, and maybe that'll be addressed in the DLC. Who knows? It'd be nice if it was. And but I look at the amount of vitriol and sense of entitlement coming from gamers over this, and I just sit here and I kind of think to myself, what the hell, guys, you know? I understand that we get invested in these games, especially when you have fantastic storytelling, and you've been supporting the franchise for so long, and if you're Americans, you've probably invested, you know, 60, 70 bucks a game. For the Australians, you know, it's normally 100, 110 bucks a game if you're buying it brand new on release. And, you know, you invest your time, you invest your hours, you invest your money. And I get that, you know, you may want something in there, you may want a feature, or they haven't included a feature the way you wanted it, or they've stripped back something. And I can understand that miss people off, I get that. But once upon a time, we used to sit there and go, okay, well, if I don't like this, I'm gonna make this happen with my dollars. I'm gonna have, you know, or I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to the Nintendo magazine system, or Hyper, or Nintendo Power, and hope that it gets published. And that's what you did. You know, you didn't sit there and threaten people because you weren't happy with a product, and you didn't take to the internet staging mass campaigns. You either liked it and you played it, or you got rid of it and you never bought a game again, and that was just how you did it. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, maybe I've got the whole Grandpa Simpson thing going, where I used to know what it was, and then it changed, and it all got scary, and now I don't know what it is anymore. But I sit there and I wonder, guys, are we actually damaging ourselves as a community with this type of behavior, Gaming as a whole has become so much more accessible to everyone, to your mums, your dads, your little kids, and sure, that begrudges some people, that's fine, I get that. But if it has become just so accessible, why damage it with that kind of open forum ranting and that kind of thing? I mean, is that the byproduct of that sort of loner antisocial behavior that was so synonymous with gaming, in the past 10 or 20 years? Is it because of that, or is it because we have this sense of entitlement now because we had this forum, this large open forum that we've never really had before, and that our voice in the media is now quite strong. And we have Twitter, and we have YouTube, and we have, places like GameSpot, and, your gaming websites that weren't there before, Whereas before, if we didn't like something, we could just cause a gaming crash of the 1980s and just about wipe the entire industry out, Thank you, E.T., I'm looking at you, but, we had the ability to do that then, and it didn't happen this time. Instead, we have everyone whinging and moaning like a bunch of spoiled 12-year-olds, and I'm just sitting there wondering, is this what gaming's about nowadays, Are we all going to act like a bunch of spoiled kids because something hasn't turned out the way we wanted it? I mean, at the end of the day, guys, what you need to remember, and I mean, you see it in the Minecraft community as well, is that we've all wanted so many things, and perhaps with the open beta system with this, we had the opportunity to ask and be involved, and that was fantastic. But guys, these aren't our stories to tell, honestly and truthfully, at day's end. I mean, you look at it, this was Notch's story. Mass Effect is BioWare's story to tell. It's their baby, And we're the kids sitting in bed listening to the Golden Books. If you understand what I mean, maybe if you're old enough to get that reference. I don't know if they still make Golden Books anymore or not. Essentially, the gist of it all is, guys, is that, if you have those issues, if you take your umbrance, that's fine. But always remember that, at the end of the day, if you're unhappy with the story, but all you're willing to do is whinge until something changes about it, then maybe you shouldn't be complaining at all. It's kind of like voting, I don't mind if you've got the bumper car stickers saying, don't blame me, I voted for the other guy. That's fine. You got out there, you voted, you made your voice heard. It's those people who don't vote, and the problem's just as prevalent over here as it is, I know, in the States, that, you just have people who don't go and vote. I don't get why. I think it's a great little civic responsibility. But, if you vote, you've got a right to complain. If you don't vote, shut the hell up. And I think in this kind of situation here, if you're not prepared to give positive feedback or constructive feedback, and instead just go, boo, here's the ending sucks, change it, and not say why without resorting to dick and yo mama jokes, then shut up, just a thought, and let these guys, get off their asses and, well, no, stop riding their asses and let them get on with what they need to be getting on with, At the end of the day, I've just recently joined Twitter, and I sit there and I watch some of the stuff that gets thrown at the Mass Effect team, and I just sit there and I go, do you guys really have nothing better to do with your time? Like, you know, focusing on a paid job, or going out to dinner with your girlfriend, or, you know, that kind of thing, guys. Just take a moment and chill, and, you know, get some focus on some other things, you know. So there was a bad ending to the game. It's not the whole horrible end of the world as far as I'm aware, you know. There are worse things that can happen. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm being a little bit too easygoing on the whole thing, and I just hope for the best from game developers, and I thank them for doing what they have to do, because I know I sure as hell can't do it. I just sit here, play them, get enjoyment from them, and go, shut up and give me my money. No, wait, that's not it. Shut up and take my money. You know, I'm all about the taking the money. You know, even though my money is an endangered species, you know, if they want to take it, I'll gladly give it if I think the product's worthwhile enough. Anyway, I think that's enough ranting done, so I'm going to leave it here, guys. You'll have a good night, and I will continue with this later on.